Today I want to talk about what it truly means to detach. What really is non-attachment. And I want to give you a little quote first from this book, Who Am I? By Sri Ramana Maharshi. So I'll read the quote and then give you my explanation. So it's question number 19, and the questioner asks, what is non-attachment? And Sri Ramana answers, as thoughts arise, destroying them utterly without any residue in the very place of their origin is non-attachment. Just as the pearl diver ties a stone to his waist, sinks to the bottom of the sea, and there takes the pearls, so each one of us should be endowed with non-attachment, dive within oneself, and obtain the self-pearl. So a little flowery, so let's take it step by step. As thoughts arise, destroying them utterly without any residue is in the very place of their origin is non-attachment. So when we talk about living in detachment in like the spiritual community, we're all about like, okay, how can I detach from this situation? How can I detach from this person? How can I detach from what's going on? Whereas real non-attachment is not about any of that. There's nothing to detach from. The only thing that you need to detach from is you need to detach your attention from your thoughts. And you need to stay in the self, the very origin of mind, in order to deepen your understanding of self. So the detachment that we're talking about in this video is not for reaching your goals or whatnot, okay? Because reaching your goals is just another thought of the person, of the mind body, of the falsely identified I. Okay, we're talking about real non-attachment in order to realize the self, the real I, the I, as many people call it. And that only happens through real non-attachment, which is not attaching to any thoughts that arise. And as a result of that, obviously you're naturally detached from everything that is going on, right? It's just pure observation. If you're not thinking something about what's going on currently, then there is no doubt about being detached from what is going on externally. But see, now we're going to the root of things. It's truly detaching your attention from going outwards. It's stopping the mind from going outwards and constantly projecting this sense of separation. Because if you watch my previous Sri Ramana videos, or if you follow his teachings, Sri Ramana says that this falsely identified I, the ego, needs to constantly think, right? And it needs to constantly think about things in order to maintain its false sense of self. Only when you think about something else does this sense of me as being in this body still remain. Because when you're thinking about something, you're already pre-assuming that there is the one there to think about something. So there's this constant subject-object relationship that you're falsely projecting. But that's an illusion, Sri Ramana said. And in order to realize that you are not this separate individual in a big world, you have to practice non-attachment. You have to stop letting your mind go outwards. You have to stop thinking. You have to stay in the source, the I, in order to dissolve this sense of separation between you and world. And so when you practice non-attachment, you stop your attention from feeding thoughts of separation, which is every thought. Thought is separation. And as you let go of thinking of things, your attention naturally stays with the self. More and more. The I. And it stays in the I. I. When thoughts arise, you bring it back. What he said about destroying all thoughts. You don't have to do anything to destroy all thoughts. You simply have to come back to the self, the I. And one way Sri Ramana said that you can do this is ask yourself, to whom do these thoughts arise? And you'll say, to me, right? So who am I? Come back to that sense of I that you feel originating from this body and stay there. Instead of following your thoughts and what they might have to say, come back and simply stay with the I. I. And the more you practice just staying here, the more naturally you will start to experience the real I. Your sense of I will start to deepen from just thoughts to a deeper sense of you, the real I. And eventually, Sri Ramana says that this sense of I originating in this body itself dissolves until you realize the self. And that's what real non-attachment is. Real non-attachment is a way to realize the self. Real non-attachment is not thinking and not following your thoughts with your attention, but rather keeping your attention here with the I. And that's what he said when, just as the pearl diver ties a stone to his waist and sinks to the bottom of the sea to collect the pearls, so each one of us should be endowed with non-attachment, dive within oneself and obtain the self pearl. So as you live in non-attachment, not clinging on to any thoughts, it's like tying that stone into your waist and deeply sinking into the self. And as you deeply sink into the self, it's easy self-realization. It's the direct path to realizing the self, obtaining the self pearl. As long as we stay on the surface and constantly battle, right? Just constantly project the separation of thoughts with thoughts, then we can never realize what's deep within the sea. Only when we endow ourselves with non-attachment, that stone around our waist, and sink deeply within the self, can there ever be any question of obtaining the self pearl. And that, my friend, is real non-attachment. So if you want to buy this book, it's only like 13 or 16 pages, I believe, and it's only $3 on Amazon. But this will deepen your realization like nothing else. Deeply profound book, and it's really helped me on my journey. So I highly recommend it. If you want more videos like this, let me know. I love doing these deep videos. This is what I'm truly passionate about. So I will talk more about it if you'd like me to. Let me know in the comment section below, okay? Any confusion or any questions you have, also put them down there. I'll try to make other videos regarding those comments as well, okay? If you enjoyed this and gained value from it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.